So you may know who Matt Schlapp is. Besides sounding like a sexually transmitted disease, Matt Schlapp has been sort of part of the right-wing infrastructure in Washington for a good couple decades now. He got his start working with the Bushies, the Bush folks. There's even an infamous picture of him as part of the infamous, I should say again, Brooks Brothers riot, which was where Republicans learned some of their early tricks when they shut down vote counting in Florida by banging on the doors of the Duval County vote center where they were counting the ballots to try to make sure we got an accurate count to decide if Bush or Gore would be our president. Matt Schlapp was a young Republican then and already the goon that he would become. Fast forward, Trump gets elected. Obviously, certain Republicans that were part of that whole thing back then couldn't stomach Donald Trump. Traitor, vicious person who destroys people, guy who is completely incompetent and stupid and evil, whatever. Matt Schlapp could. He and his wife, Mercedes Schlapp, I'm not making these names up, they do exist, kissed Donald Trump's ring. She ended up working in the Trump administration. He became the head of the American Conservative Union, and conservatism became Trumpism. It became neo-populism, which is another way of saying Nazi light. Not quite there yet, but we're making our way, doing our best. So yesterday, Matt Schlapp, who has a really tough time, he also got paid $1 million to seek a pardon for a criminal to Donald Trump using those connections, and he's been a paid gross lobbyist for everything. So they're multi-millionaires. They have a cushy life. But it was very difficult for Matt yesterday. He tweeted out, quote, "Our dishwasher broke yesterday. I was informed that a replacement will take over a year. I barely remember the Carter years. No one will ever forget the Biden years. A year to wait on a common appliance. Socialists have made building things in America a green nightmare." Where to go with this? Let's start with, it doesn't take a year to get a new dishwasher or dishwasher parts. I love that this guy that's in the party that's worried about manliness, Josh Hawley, the guy who's born in khakis going around trying to tell us how to get manliness back on that unbelievably weird Tucker Carlson video with the guy recharging his junk and all sorts of men slapping each other around and wrestling, and I don't know what that thing was. Matt Schlapp clearly is part of the manliness movement. You wouldn't want to, upset that manicure by washing some dishes by hand for a day or two. And when it comes to his dishwasher, my guess is his dishwasher was an underpaid human with no health care who he fired. But if you really do need to get a dishwasher, like I went and I looked online and get parts, it would take you a couple days. It's not difficult. He wanted to make up a lie. Again, this is what they do. He's trying to build this narrative about Joe Biden and inflation and all this sort of stuff because we have the best economy we've had in 50 years with literally 3.6% unemployment. And after COVID, when we got shots in arms, the economy came roaring back, creating millions of jobs, breaking records. But, inflation's a worldwide problem right now, and part of it is the war in Russia, and we're doing what we can to fight it. And so is Joe Biden, and they want to make it so that everybody doesn't pay attention to the rest of the world, kind of like with gun control and the death penalty and healthcare being universal, and just pays attention to what's going on here, so they can blame Joe. This guy that was helped architect the Trump years, hundreds of thousands dying from COVID that didn't need to, and corruption being on a scale we still can't even imagine, money that disappeared and went to Trump properties, and the deals made with, we have to have rendition people for Erdogan by Michael Flynn, and Trump just deals with Putin to build the Trump Tower. I don't want to go on, a lot of this stuff, but that he's trying to make it like the Biden or Carter years could compare to the abomination that was Donald Trump. It's just something to pay attention to. This is what they're going to be doing for the midterm. But I just once again want to bring you back to manly man Matt Schlapp so you can laugh. Because if you're not laughing, you should be. And if you are laughing, maybe you'll find some compassion. He may have lost the remote in the sofa cushions, and that would take him 3 months to find, judging from this. So you may want to see if you can run right over there. What else? The light might be out in the basement. I mean, it's tough being Matt Schlapp. Where did he put his keys? Difficult things happen. So please remember in your prayers tonight and in your heart, Matt Schlapp. Hey guys, if you like this video, please subscribe. It's a fun place to be here. Good people, like this video, comment on it. If you say nice things, say unnice things. And please turn on notifications. You'll know when the next one's dropping. Thanks.